Good late morning to anybody here in the Thailand, Bangkok area, Pattaya, all you guys that will be tuning in, and good very late night to those of you in America or on that side of the world. I have an update for you, and it's something that you need to know specifically if you live in Thailand. And it's also something that you probably need to know. Yes, they are, Richard. What's up, Ty? How you doing, bud? Good to see you, man. And I like the pictures that you've been taking from Bang Sarah. Cool. I want to read just a little bit, and then I want to talk about this because this is something that I even noticed. There's a stigma around foreigners and expats who are not wearing masks when they go into businesses, specifically like 7-Elevens or grocery stores and that kind of thing. So, Ty, do you want to wrench or does it matter? Hey, Steve, good to see you this morning. But there's a big stigma around that. And I think the stigma comes from the West being told that, our Western doctors are like, you don't really have to wear a mask, da 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 da. But then Prep Fort says I'm wearing an N95 right now. I don't blame you. And then there's the doctors over here in Asia, which are super convinced that wearing a mask is absolutely essential to preventing the spread of the corona anymore. So, hey, Jonathan, good to see you. Let me read you a little bit. This is coming from the Tiger again, and this is something that happened in Pattaya, and I want to be sure that you guys are aware of it because if you're over here, good morning, Mario, good to see you. If you're over here and you're not wearing a mask, I know like 3 weeks ago I started noticing Tower Ski, what's up? I guess due to the events I might be able to go to Thailand in June. Sad time. That's not good. Well, yeah, maybe. I started noticing that I wasn't wearing a mask out and about because I'd been following the advice of Western doctors. And this was like 3 weeks ago. And I started seeing that the Thais were looking at me like, like backing away and moving around. And they all had their mask on and that kind of thing, which is, yes, that is the website I'm referencing, Richard. Thank you for putting that link up there. Hey, Tommy, good to see you, bud. Thank you for dropping by. I started to notice this like stigmatism amongst the people here. So what I started doing was putting a mask on, and then I would like all the stigma of not wearing a mask went away. So, hey, David. Ty says a policeman asked me where my mask was yesterday. I told him same place his was. He also did not have one. I hear you, buddy. I've got some friends down in that in the Pattaya area, and they've told me that there's a lot of crackdowns going on, just and everything. I'm going to talk about that. Good morning, Robert. So let me get into this real quick because I want you to know about wearing masks, and I also want you to know about these places in Pattaya that if you visited, they're asking you to self-quarantine. Hey, David from Australia, good to see you. I'm quoting, it says, as the virus situation worsens in Pattaya and Thailand, and local entertainment venue workers have now been out of work almost 2 weeks with no sign of relief in the near future, local Thai residents have begun to complain to the local Thai news media, including the Thai version of the Pattaya News, about some foreigners not wearing masks. Additionally, foreigners have been reporting to the Pattaya News English about claims of being told they have to wear masks in public by local law enforcement officials or face a fine. The Pattaya News was unable to independently verify these claims. I have not heard of any fines being levied yet. I haven't heard of anything about fines being levied against anybody that didn't wear a mask. So I'm gonna say that's probably inaccurate right now. It may become a rule, a law, that kind of thing. I don't know. But here is what I was talking about earlier. Basically, what happened was this guy got refused entry to a grocery store wherever he's at, and I think he may be in Pattaya somewhere. We'll get to it. In the Western world, many doctors preach not to wear masks to conserve them for medical staff and that they do not provide protection from the COVID-19 virus, which I got to tell the Western doctors it's not 100% true because a mask will keep you from touching your face. And they do. I just heard a doctor this morning say that really about 99.9% of the cases come from you touching your face with dirty hands. So masks do play a big part. I agree with the ties on that. Bangkok Warrior, good morning to you, sir. Good evening. Good to see you. Thank you for dropping by. David says, love Thailand. As soon as this is over, mate, I'm going to retire early. Cheers. Luck to live the show. Thank you. Thank you. And says here in China, I see many Thais and foreigners not wearing masks, but stores do want you to wear inside. Yeah, definitely. Yes, that's correct. Mask won't stop you from rubbing your eyes. That's where you have to get a little psychological. Hey, I don't want to touch my face. However, many Asian doctors, especially from China, claim against the Western scientific advice that mask wearing helps stop the virus in China. That's up to debate. This is what the doctors say. This advice is what primarily adhered to by Asian countries, including Thailand, which has heavily stressed wearing a mask as part of its prevention measures. In Thailand and Pattaya, places that require wearing a mask have been steadily increasing, and so has it in Bangkok as well. You had an itchy eye once, Thai? I hear you, man. Let's see. This is the exact quote from the user about the grocery store. This was a foreigner. He emailed in and said, I was going to visit the local grocery store for groceries and wasn't wearing a mask, as my country advises against it if you are not sick. Now, let me stop right there and say, you're not in your country, okay? You're in a different country. You're going to abide by their rules. That's first and foremost. So he was wrong to, what if the Thai government wants you to wear a mask and you're in Thailand, you wear a mask. Upon entry, the security guard immediately became confrontational and aggressive, nearly physical, to the fact that I was not wearing a mask. I was not aware of the policy and would have been happy to comply. However, the aggressive nature and the guard continuing to point towards the door, he goes on to say costing the business and that kind of thing. As an alternate viewpoint from the Thai owner of a popular Thai coffee shop on Beach Road, located not far from central Pattaya, who did not give her name, simply said, most foreigners won't wear a mask. They don't think this helps. This is not what we have been told, and it scares us when they come close and won't wear one. Yes, some Thais don't wear them also, but almost every foreigner won't wear them. And it makes me worried that every day I could catch the virus in my shop. Now, I'm a foreigner that will wear one. In fact, the thumbnail on this one has one of my masks on it. I have no problem wearing a mask. But the problem is, and it goes on to talk about the shortage of masks and what the Thai government is doing to try to beef up all of that. Now, next I'm gonna go over some places for you, but I got to catch up on comments because I see you guys have been talking here. Cactus Cooler, what's up? Swimming goggles are good for preventing eye rubbing. That's also true. My glasses help me think twice before I put my fingers on my eyes. CA, what's up? Really cute girl. Check my temperature. I hear you. Robert says, hello from Toronto. Glad you decided to stay instead of fleeing. Oh, yeah. I ain't going nowhere. CA says, wash my hands too dirty from motorcycle grips. I understand that. And one of the biggest things I'm hearing in the media and or even around here in Thailand and in other places is wash your hands as much as possible with a good antibacterial soap. And now I know antibacterial is not going to is not going to kill every virus and that kind of thing because viruses are different than bacterial and we don't want to play the medical game. We want to stay clean. That's what we want to do. We want to wash our hands as much as possible. Use hand sanitizer. I got a couple bottles sitting right here that I keep right by me at all times. And then I have basically a not a stockpile, but I have like 8 bottles of hand sanitizer that I purchased. So absolutely follow the rules, Robert says. I agree. Oh, wait, I missed some comments. Towerski says, I would follow South Korea's advice. To be honest, they have had the most experience this kind of thing. They have, and they did a good job. Ross says, want to stop rubbing your face? Rub some chilies on your fingers. You will learn not to touch any part of your body. I believe that's one way to do it, for sure. Is that Vernon or Vermin? I can't see it. Looks like I'll be sporting my mask for a long time as British Airways has left us Brits stranded. Well, I understand that airline thing. We'll talk about that in another video. Robert says he started his email in a defensive state. Yeah, he did, which is not a good thing to do here in Thailand. Cactus Cooler says, can I move to Thailand after I start getting unemployment? That's a good question. I don't have the answer, but that's a good question. Bangkok Warrior says, what's the big deal? If Thailand wants you to wear a mask, you wear it. Exactly. Leave it by your door so every time you go out in public, wear it. Not hard. I agree. Robert says, we aren't saying much. What's up, Cody? Good to see you, man. Robert says any soap is good. It is. I tend to use Protex or Detox or one of those soaps here that have the 99.9% kill everything hand washing stuff on it. So at least I know I'm using a good soap. I also have bottles of alcohol, and don't think for one second that I won't wash my hands with pure alcohol, because I will. And when I say pure alcohol, I mean I haven't been able to find pure alcohol like you can find in the States, like the rubbing alcohol, but here it's like everything 70% alcohol. But I will wash my hands in that stuff. David says I had to do 14 days in Sydney when going back to work in Perth. Wow. Now you might have to do it again. That's not good. Cody says, I was throttled by my new bum gun this morning. I almost asked it to prom. It's Cody. Are you? I'm just gonna ask if you're sober. You don't just leave a S or D. Hey, be accountable. I'm here in California practicing social distancing by staying home. I baked a cherry pie from scratch today to stay busy. Wow, that is. And boredom is becoming a real problem here. I mean, this is my this will be my 9th day inside, without only leaving to go just down the street twice during those times. So I'm getting very, very, very bored. Ty says, put baby oil on my hands earlier. Murder getting that off, that's for sure. I agree with you. Towerski says, is the world economy, where'd you go? Is the world economy a taboo topic right now? Thought I'd ask before I make a comment about it. Let's talk about that in another live stream, because I got some other stuff I want to get to here. Ty says, Tommy J, medical expert on Sky, said water temperature irrelevant. Steve, what's up, Steve? I'm doing good. And the other Steve says oops, it got retracted. Robert says, I really miss Thailand. You still having girls over? No, sir. I have not had contact with anybody at all in the last 9 days, other than the 2 times I went out. But, keep your distance, wear your mask. I even have rubber gloves, latex gloves that I carry around with me, and be sure to take them off before I come home, that kind of thing. We are hearing that boxing arenas are the places that should be avoided. Yeah, they've shut those down, so there's no choice but to avoid them. Robert says, I really miss Thailand. No, I read that. Bangkok Warrior, funny how the biggest outbreaks. We can't get political. Can't get political, man. Not on this channel. But I see where you're going with that comment, and I understand the thought process there. Cody says, I watch Newhart and drink a beer every time they say his name, and I started 3 hours ago. Good for you. Towerski says, Bangkok Warrior, that's a crazy comment. Immigration has nothing to do with the virus. In fact, South America has way fewer cases in states. Lockdown started 9 days ago. Where are you? I'm in Bangkok. It didn't start 9 days ago, but I have been inside for 9 days, because before the official announcement was made for the emergency decree, I was already practicing staying away from people. Not because I'm trying to be somebody cool and understand what's going on, but because I'm not, maybe it sets an example, but that's not my goal either. My goal is to not get sick and to not get anybody else sick. Ty says, are you able to get paid under the circumstances? My girlfriend is, despite not being able to. Yeah, we're working from home. We're working from home right now. So hopefully, hopefully we continue to be able to work from home is all I can say, really. Prep Fort says, I'm a prepper. Those that made fun of me now ask for advice. There you go. That's all right. Yeah, I understand your comment, Bangkok Warrior, but it's YouTube that doesn't. Okay, your comment to me is perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with it. But YouTube will have a problem with it. Not me. David says, hey, mate, let me know when I can fly back, see my family. Take care. Thanks. I hear you. What's up, Louie? And let's go to Chonburi government releases list of places where again, this is from Tiger. I'm sorry. This is from, all this is from the Pattaya News. The Pattaya News, not the Tiger, Pattaya News. Sorry. I get so many different news sources, I get them mixed up. So all this is the Pattaya News. My apologies for the first part of that there. Let's see. Good morning, Stuck. How you doing, man? So Chonburi government releases list of places where a COVID-19. I didn't want to say all that. Chonburi government releases list of places where a infected person visited or was found. Asked that all that visited in that time frame to self-quarantine. So here you go. I'm going to give you the. They want you to quarantine yourself for 14 days if you visited these venues during these time symptoms or during these time periods. And if you have any symptoms, such as dry cough, fever, go to a local hospital immediately or call the English hotline. First place is Cafe de Beach Pattaya on March 15th. Second place is Kan Lifan Food Restaurant in North Pattaya on March 15th. Basically, and this is what it says, beer bars on Soi 6 Pattaya from the dates of February 24th to March 26th. In parentheses, this is a very vague and wide one. They did not name which bar. They asked that from the last date you visited the self-quarantine for 14 days. We're trying to seek more clarification on this, as well as the large date range, as this covers over a month and nearly 80 bars. Additionally, the bars have been closed here since the 18th. Our initial phone call to the provincial office stated that a foreign tourist who visited this area during this time frame tested positive, but the time period is vague as tourists could not clearly state the venues or dates. So there you go. Sriracha, Infinity 20, Soy 6, March 1 through 15. Somebody, Silvano, whatever, stuck in Florida. Is there a Silvano? Yeah, you hit him or something. I don't know. I wasn't watching. I didn't even see what he said, so I have no idea. But I just got a message that said to block him, so block him. Let's see. In Sriracha, I just told you that, and then Casacorn Bank Boren Branch, March 20th through 22nd, and Satahip A La Champagne Restaurant, March 22nd, and Krua Precha Restaurant, March 22nd. And then they go on to say they didn't name the areas outside in the rural areas of Chonburi because that's likely not where most of their readers are going to be going anyway, which makes sense. Okay, now let me see if I can catch up these comments and see what was going on up here. Oh, we must have had a troll. That's okay. We like trolls. Let's see. Towerski says again, Bangkok, what data do you have about immigrants? Every country south of the border has lower cases. And we don't want to get into that really. We're talking about the overall, the basic, the premise of this video is talking about wearing masks in Thailand and the help it could be for you if you're in a Western country because it will keep you from touching your face. It's not going to keep you from touching your eyes, but it will keep you from touching your face, especially in this part where the mask covers. Now, if you want to go crazy, get a full face mask and wear it all day and all night. I don't care. But whatever it takes to get you healthy and to keep you healthy. That's what we're really looking at here. Towerski says, so unless you have, all right, I'm done with that. Robert says, think real estate will be lower after this. Possibly, don't know yet. South Italy is now, Tastic says, South Italy is now seeing riots for food with organized raids at supermarkets as they have been held up at home for 20 days. Wow. I didn't know that. Cody says, Jay, you look into having us on your stream with small little screens. It's the new fad. Yeah, I'm going to try. It's through a StreamYard, I think. And I'm going to look into it and see if I can get it done. My friend Steve Montelli knows how to do it. Rachel Songbird, super chat, $5. Thank you very much, Rachel. I appreciate it very, very much. Have a 5. Thank you, and that is very, very, very much appreciated. Let's see here. Where was I? I was a long way from here. Okay, Dylan says going to be a long month or 2 more at least. Then the problems start due to the people with no cash to eat. That could be possible, but wearing these masks, especially if you're a foreigner or a expat living here, working here, whatever the case may be, you also need to start thinking about your 30-day check-ins. And you need to start thinking about where to get masks. You need to start looking for where to get masks. I've ordered a big shipment of masks for myself, not a big shipment like a box full, but I've ordered enough masks to get me through for several months. I'm just waiting on it to get here. I ordered through Wish, and it takes them a while to get it here, unfortunately. Let's see. Bangkok Warrior says, because Towers keeps bringing it up, I will drop it. Thank you, Bangkok Warrior. Appreciate that. Guys, Tower Ski, look, done. We're not arguing in the live stream. We don't do that on this channel. Okay. Dylan. Yeah, I'm afraid it is going to be a long month or two, and I really hope that people with no cash to eat. Yeah, I think it's going to be imperative that us foreigners and the people that work here in Thailand, support as much as we can the dry. This may sound weird, but support the takeout food industry and the street food vendors that are still open, that we know and we trust. I went and got mango and sticky rice the other day. I told you guys about that from my trusted mango and sticky rice girl. And then I showed you one of my favorite soys to get food on, and there was people there. They were closing up. It was a little after 4 in the afternoon because I'm still working from home, guys, in Monday through Friday. So you won't be seeing live streams Monday through Friday. I'll be doing videos or something, or doing something else in the afternoons. Where's Ty? Are you still here, Ty? I'm gonna give you a wrench just because good things tend to happen with when you have a wrench. Let's see. Okay, Robert says, gotta run, stay safe. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate you stopping by. Well, I already read that. Emmanuel, good to see you. I canceled coming back to Chiang Mai in April. So what do you think about the beginning of July? I am not a doctor, but I am not a travel agent or anything like that. All I can say is July sounds like a reasonable amount of time to me, particularly toward the end of July. I think Thailand is doing a wonderful job, personally, in trying to contain this without going overboard. For example, we're not under curfew or anything like that right now. We're not under, there's no martial law, none of that, at this time, at the making of this video. So they've been more than accommodating, and all they're asking is for us to help them. Just like in America, same thing. And I believe if we continue to do that, we'll be okay. Bangkok Warrior says, I understand. Good. Tauski says, just baffled by. Okay, we're done with that. Be Accountable says, yeah, listen to the content. Flow Rider says, Cody in Texas. Yep, he's drinking. Tauski says, fantastic. Where did you see that about the markets in Italy? That worries me. Stuck says, Cody, what's up? Oh, Cody, I like that. Hey, Mo, Bangkok Warrior says, what do you think about eating MREs as an emergency food source? If they start to close down the markets, you can order online. Comes 12 per case, expensive but good. If it comes down to that, sure, I would do that. But the thing about it is, I've stocked up on enough canned food that and non-perishables, I should be fine. I really don't foresee it going that far, guys. I just don't. I don't foresee it going that far. I think it's important. Oh, I give him a wrench and he leaves. Ty says bye for now. Thanks for coming by, Ty, in case you see this again. But I think that the most important thing right now is to focus on what the opposite ends of the world are saying. Even if Western doctors tell you not to wear a mask and you live in the West, okay, just a general cheap surgical mask will keep you from touching certain parts of your face. And if you go to touch your face, psychologically, you'll probably think about, oops, I better not do that, right? So, that's got to be a benefit. I saw an interview with a doctor this morning, and I told you guys earlier that he basically said that touching the face was one of the absolute main ways to contract the virus, and we want to stay away from that. And a mask is a good way to stay away from that. So The Thais are they believe what they believe, and their doctors have a different view, and that's okay. I don't live in America right now, so I'm not going to follow the. I'm going to listen to the doctors in America. Don't get me wrong, and do what's necessary according to them. But I live in Thailand, so if Thailand tells me that I need to be wearing a mask, or if I see the stigma going around about foreigners and expats that are not wearing masks, some of them are not being allowed into shops, and as I just read from the Pattaya news, and then you get that if you get on a certain if you're out walking around or whatever and you don't have a mask on, you're going to get some weird looks and that kind of thing. Meaning, just put a mask on. Just wear a mask. If you're here in Thailand, just wear a mask. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to, and if anything, it could do nothing but help you. Yes, Rachel, we appreciate your super chat very much. Stuck says, I hate I missed him before I gave him the rant. Let's see. Steve says, are street food vendors completely shut down throughout town? I hope not. No, they're not shut down. Not to my knowledge, anyway. Sorry, guys. Yeah. All right. I had to make a little adjustment there. Stuck in Florida says, Rachel Songbird, thanks and good to see you here. I am not sure who she is, but if you guys know her, Rachel, it's good to see you. Towerski says you're behind on comments. We already dropped it. Oops. Cody says, why is mini mask? Cody's been drinking. They get dirty. Wash them every 2 days with your clothes. Why do we need 20 each? Asking for a friend. Actually, you're supposed to dispose of them each time you use them, to be honest. You can wash them, but I wouldn't wash them more than, twice. That's just asking for trouble. And you have to use, some kind of bleach or something to wash them with, which it has to jeopardize the integrity of the mask at some point if you use enough chemicals on it. So just, you use your noggin. Big Time Charlie says, how long piece of string? What stupid question? I don't even know what that means. Bangkok Warrior, 7-Eleven closing down yet? Nope, but they're closing early. 7-Eleven has good microwave food. Yes, they do. Most 7-Elevens are closing down early. Tommy, thank you for keeping tabs there. And Stuck, thank you. Steve says, I miss the Lay's Thai basil chips. Not available in the States. Highly recommended. I'm bringing a separate suitcase just to bring a bunch back. Good for you, man. I tried website, still messed up, says Bangkok Warrior. I don't know what you mean by that, but I'll take your word for it. Lane, thank you for stopping by, Lane. Love your channel. Heading to Southeast Asia when this is over, and I'll be tuning in anytime I can. Awesome. Thank you. We appreciate it very, very much. Bangkok Warrior says, besides, I have to go anyway and do my visa. Yep. I got a check-in coming up, too. But I can do mine online. I just have to figure out how to do it. I haven't done one online before. Ben says, the good thing about masks is some people are asymptomatic. The mask will cut down on those people spreading it, and if a person is sick, will contain the droplets. That's 100% true. And in case you guys don't know what he's talking about, he's meaning some people have it, but they have no symptoms. So if they're wearing the mask, and they cough or even if they just breathing, any droplets that would come out of their mouth or nose or whatever, the mask should cover for, depending on what it is. I have no idea what that is. You have to go in person to do your visa. No, you don't. You can do it online. Stuck in Florida says Tommy J. He was hidden. No need to time out. Gotcha. Void Waffles. Hello, Void Waffles. Cody says the last time I shagged a chick wearing a mask, we sput out my crazy daughter. I hear you, Cody. I hear you, man. So everybody that was on the channel yesterday that contributed monetarily to this channel and the information on this channel, I just want to say a big thank you. That was wonderful. Also, good news in terms of the channel itself. I've gotten all but one of the videos that I put out so far monetized by getting a human to look at it. So hopefully this one will remain monetized as well. I think we used maybe a little bit too much language in here today, but we'll see how it goes. We had a pretty good day yesterday in terms of contributions. So if this one doesn't get monetized, yesterday we'll pay for it. No big deal. And I just want to thank you guys. I'm not shutting the conversation down by any means, guys. I just want to thank my moderators real quick. I want to thank everybody who's in here and who has given an opinion weighing in. We want to try to stay on topic, and just want to say thank you to everybody. And just like Rachel, who super chatted $5 today. Thank you very much. We definitely appreciate it. As a family, we appreciate it. Let's see here. Does that siren mean they're coming for you? I hope not. Stuck in Florida. Hey, going right. Good to see you, man. Stuck in Florida says Tommy J. Thanks, though it didn't hurt anything. True. Siren weird. Yeah, there. So I had mentioned this. Aliens and one second. Lord have mercy. This boy, I'm telling you. The amount of sirens that I've heard. I live near a fairly large road in Bangkok. And the amount of sirens that I've heard in the last 2 weeks has doubled, tripled, quadrupled. Really what I'm normally used to. And I don't know if it's ambulances or if it's police or if it's both. What I do know is that if you're in Thailand, wear a mask. I want to keep invoking that, because the Thais have got it set so that, you know, they're thinking, and everything they've been told says you need to wear a mask. So if you're here, you abide by their rules. Doesn't matter if you're American, Australian, European, whatever. You're not in Europe, you're not in America, you're not in Australia, you're in Thailand. Do as the Thais say, and you won't have any problems. That's been my experience so far. Kyle, hey man, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, Cody's drinking. Anthony says Bay Area. How bad is it in the Bay Area? Did Richard leave? That would be very weird. Let's see. That thing that says nugget, that's not a comment. Somebody get rid of that. Cody says, what is Cody drinking? Steve says he's in the Bay Area too. Cody says first, then in the morning, that boy ain't right. he's had a few. Big Accountable says wherever you are, wear a mask. That's it. Wear a mask. You can't. Look at me. Just not even thinking, right? What I do, I just scratch my beard, not even thinking. The good news is I've got hand sanitizer right here, and I've been using it before the live stream started, but I'm going to put some on now. Notice I'm closing the bottle up and putting it down before I do this. Rub. By the way, this is how you do it. Start like this, go like this, then like this. Then you want to get your fingernails on each side, and then just rotate your knuckles like so. Knuckles. Just like that. And then you can take whatever's left over on your hands, which I have quite a bit, and rub it on your face. And if there are any germs on your face, then that should take care of the problem, because I had quite a lot of hand sanitizer in there. So, Bud Light Platinum. Oh my goodness. Steve says Bay Area bad, Santa Clara County highest per capita in state. Woo, that's rough. Cody says I had lunch with a friend today, like the police just pull up beside each other. I saw that on the internet where you go to a drive-through and pick up your food and then sit in the parking lot across from each other, and that's how people are having lunch these days. That's awesome. I mean, it's not awesome, but because of the situation, but it's funny. Yeah, it's just funny. Anthony says it's getting worse every day, but it's not as crazy as New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. That's good. And I actually heard a report yesterday, I think, that New Jersey was actually doing pretty good. I want to say their numbers were plateauing. I'm interested to see what the numbers are for today in America. As of yesterday, I can't recall the number, or I would tell you, but there's just a little over 1,000 cases been reported here. Only, I'm not going to talk about numbers here because it doesn't matter. I don't want to say the wrong number. Gilmore Heights says, I thought about ordering some masks online today. That's not a bad idea. If you can find them, I would definitely do that. And we've been talking about it. It's just a good safety practice, in general. And people in Asia, Southeast Asia, have been wearing masks ever since I've come to Southeast Asia. When I came in July of 2017, I've seen so many people, even in the Philippines, they wear masks. Just it's like part of their wardrobe. They wear masks to keep them safe from various things, and it's all good. It's part of life over here. It's not stigmatized to wear a mask, but if you're a foreigner or an expat over here and you're walking around without a mask and you're coughing or anything like that, at any time, not just now, you need to have a mask on. Particularly right now, you need to wear, if you're outside, you need to have a mask on if you're in Thailand. That is what the Thai government seems to want. They have implemented that on certain things like the BTS, MRT. You have to have a mask to get on there. And there are some other provisions. And I suspect this coming week we will hear more from the Prime Minister, and we'll get some updates on that too. So hopefully I'll be able to pass some good information along to you. Cody says, if I catch this thing, I'm going to join a Corona days. I bet you will. Let's see. David. Good morning, David. Morning, Jeremy. I was wearing a mask in my local store buying food yesterday. It was only one. People were staring at me like I was from another planet here in Sweden, total opposite Thailand. It's a cultural thing. It really is. And good for you for wearing a mask. I mean, it like I said, it can't hurt you. That's the thing. Tommy says, Cody, take down your comment. Okay, make sure he takes down his comment, Tommy. If not, tell me which comment it is, and I'll take it down. Oh, this one? I'll get rid of that one. Okay. And I'll get rid of that one too, just in case. Cody. Let's see. Anthony says CDC put out a domestic travel advisory today for New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. That's interesting. Steve says over 2,000 in the U.S. as of today. Bangkok Diaries, most countries are locked down. That's true. Most countries are locked down. So I feel I'm kind of blessed in the fact that, I'm still working from home. And that's a wonderful thing, beautiful thing. Still being able to work from home and hopefully be able to return to work at some point. That would be nice. Robert says, "Hey, hope you're staying safe and healthy. I am, man. Thanks so much for tuning in." Agera says, "In the USA, they try to tell you the masks do not work, so give them to the MD." That, and if that's what they tell you in America, go for it. But like I was explaining earlier, I'm in Thailand. I'm going to do what the Thais asked me to do. Stuck in Florida says Cody in Texas. Oh yeah, I got rid of that one. No worries, I must be behind. Cody says, seriously, I'm 44 and in decent health. I'm not scared for me, but I am catching it and giving it to my mother or other elders. Yeah, I understand that 110%. We don't want to. You want your wrench removed, Cody? Okay, I got you off, bro. No problem. If you want it back, let me know. Yeah, you're scared of giving it to your elders or your kids or that kind of thing. Hey, wear a mask. That's a good start. Have everybody in the family wear a mask. I know they're available in the USA for sure. I'm sure you can order them through Amazon or directly through a company like 3M. There are other companies making masks over there. It is what it is. Agria says, I'm in Idaho working remote for now. Yeah. So in Idaho, you're probably in a pretty good place. I don't think anywhere in Idaho has been tapped as a hotspot yet, so that's good. Cody says, I ain't that guy, LOL. That's all right, Cody. No problem, man. We love you. Don't worry about it. And on 555, according to BNO News, 124K infected and to what? Yep. See, let's not do numbers, guys. Let's not do numbers. Just for the sake of, YouTube could always say, I'm gonna take this other comment down too that had numbers in it because I really want to be able to keep these monetized as possible. Garrett says, BS, I wear mask. I wear the mask. I'm trained medical. Okay. Robert says, can I have his wrench? 555. I don't see any reason why you couldn't. If you really want it, I mean, not a big deal. Just be careful with what you do and follow the example of Tommy and Go More Hike and Stuck in Florida and make sure you're not just be careful. Independent View says no mask in USA, out of stock everywhere. Then that's a bad shape. Then I hate to hear that. I really do. But in Thailand, they're having the same problem. Getting I can't find any anymore. Thank goodness I bought quite a few before all this happened, and I am using and reusing some of them. And Gary says, no mask available in USA for the, I don't know what that means. I normally work in Seattle. Yeah, I heard Seattle got hit pretty hard. Cody says, I went about my everyday business in the country, my shop with 100 people. You can't sneeze around there. I hear you. Bangkok where it says, Jeremy, good luck trying online. I tried and could not get it to work. Let us know if it works. What do you mean, trying online? Could not get it to work. I don't understand. Okay, Robert, no problem. Steve says, can you explain the issue with YouTube on discussing relative news items? This is new to me. Yes, so YouTube originally, if there's any kind of disaster or any kind of mass something bad that happens, they call it a sensitive event, and they will not monetize your coverage unless you're, like NBC, CBS, ABC, a major news network. Unless you're one of them, they're not going to monetize your content. But about a week ago, they came out saying that this is no longer just a sensitive event; it's a global thing. So you can, they're starting to monetize videos that they generally wouldn't, and advertisers are starting to put ads on videos that they normally wouldn't. So I hope that answers your question. Anthony says masks are getting scarce here in California, as well as ventilators, paper towels, hand sanitizer, and toilet paper. But I think relief's on the way, Anthony. I think it is. Anon says disposable masks haven't been available to the public in the U.S. since late Feb. I believe that. I believe that. That's why if you want to go disposable, just get like a surgical mask. I've seen people making their own mask, but masks are definitely important, in my opinion. Cody says, I got wear a mask. Bro, you are way too you are way too intoxicated. Agra says, I have my preps. I'm not sure what all those acronyms mean. I'm sorry. But Steve says, thanks for the explanation. I get it. Cool, man. Independent View says, Thailand is wise. Mask work, in my opinion. In my opinion, they do too. I think they do too. And I think there's evidence to back that up. So, that's Tommy says they don't want fake news. That's 100% correct. Thailand's already arrested some people for quote unquote spreading fake news or panic, fear, that kind of thing to the public, which there's no panic. I'm telling you not to panic or fear anything. If you're here in Thailand, just wear a mask. Do what they ask you to do and you'll be fine. I'm not scared. I'm not in fear of anything. The only thing that concerns me is what's happening around my job. Am I gonna keep working from home? Am I gonna do other things? That kind of thing. But wearing a mask as soon as I go outside is not an option. It's like I make it mandatory for myself. Independent View says, Anthony, didn't they just find 39 million masks in California? They found a whole bunch of masks in a couple places. Independent Views, it was my understanding. Cody says, I'm assuming Putin is after me. Oh, my Lord. David says, laughing out loud, wanted to buy one from the pharmacy here in Sweden, could only buy a box of 50. That's probably not a bad thing, though. To be honest with you, it's probably not a bad thing. At least you'll have the extras. And hey, if you come to Thailand, you can bring them with you. You'll probably need them for quite some period of time. Stuck in Florida says the mask definitely does not hurt, and I agree. It does not hurt. It can't do you any harm, that's for sure. Steve says, I was in Bangkok in late February and saw lots of sellers of masks on circumvent for 10 baht each. They made a fortune here in the States today. I'm sure. Mark Cuban even accused a company, I won't say the name of the company, of price gouging. So, I don't know. Frank says the humidity heat does a lot to weaken the virus, but what experts are realizing is that most people stay inside air-conditioned buildings that provide ideal conditions. Yeah. So that's a legitimate point. I've heard that before, Frank. Stuck says it takes 57 degrees Celsius to destroy it, so it would have to get pretty hot. That's interesting. I hadn't heard that. Anthony says, independent views that I heard of, all I've seen is that they're getting people to donate what they have to the hospitals. I've heard that too. Cody says, if Tommy arrested me, I'd have him at a time. It's crazy. Cody, I know Cody's just a mess. It sure is loose on these comments tonight. I know. I'm trying my best, man. Cody, what's wrong with you, man? Like, what is going on? Let's get rid of that. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to drop in. This is day 4, technically, since the emergency decree was put into effect. I wanted to make sure you guys knew what. You hear that siren? I have no idea what kind of siren it is. Independent View says swimming goggles and neutral gloves might not be a bad idea. Yeah, I have gloves as well. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, everyone. Yes, I would greatly appreciate the thumbs up. It always makes me feel warm and fuzzy. Cody in Texas says it's okay. Hike J has a soft spot for me. I'll check that out later. Let's see. Independent Views says leftover from the storm donation. Ah, that makes good sense. That does make sense. No, they're not coming for me. Cody says he's funny. On that note, we'll drop it right there, guys. I just want you to understand that if you're in Thailand, please wear a mask if you're out, especially if you're a foreigner or an expat. Wear a mask because there is a stigma going around if you don't have a mask. And by the same token, it's not just a stigma. You know, the Ministry of Health or the Prime Minister, who is now in charge of everything because of the emergency decree, has come out in various papers, basically to summarize, stating that masks are important, and the business owners around Pattaya, Bangkok, those places like where I live, they're going to want you to wear a mask if you come over. So just keep that in mind. Let me catch these last few comments and then we'll go. Mind your eyes. Yep. It's time to speed dial. Ben Hart, integrity legal. Yep. Me busy. What's up, man? Flight to Chiang Mai today. Would they let me in? Very, 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 very doubtful unless you got so many. You'd have to have so much paperwork, and you'd have to have an attorney probably to get it together for you. Bam, ended it. Goes. Independent View says thanks for your stream. First time here. I hope to see you and everyone another time. Stay calm. Absolutely, Independent Views. Thanks for coming by. We appreciate it very much. And welcome. You will definitely see more live streams here for sure. Hey, Scott. Catching you here at the end. Me Busy says what I figured. Yep. Cody says the decree got. Oh, Lord. Let's see, Louis, take care and stay safe, everyone. Yeah, everybody stay safe. That's the main point of everything I'm trying to get across here. And I think masks are a good way to do that, especially if you're a foreigner or expat in Thailand. Be sure you wear a mask. All right, love you guys. Everybody take care. And yeah, that's going to be challenging, Scott. Very challenging, especially they're under real lockdown. Best of luck to you, buddy. Everybody take care. Take care of your health. And if you have any questions, comments, leave them below or hit me up on Facebook Messenger. And I will see you guys on the next one. Even if you're stuck at home today, no matter what you do, try to find a way to do more life. Later, guys.